Very good morning to all. Myself, Miss Pujade, your English teacher. Hope you are doing well. So, today I'm going to explain the first lesson of your honeycomb, Three Questions. Three Questions is written by Leo Tolstoy. Tolstoy is one of the most popular Russian writers. He was a great philosopher and novelist. So, let us begin the story. Once upon a time, there was a king. He wanted to be successful. So, one day a certain thought came to his mind that he would never fail if he knew three things. And what were those three things? These three things were: what is the right time to begin something? Which people should he listen to? What is the most important thing for him to do? The king, therefore, sent messengers throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum of money to anyone who would answer these three questions. Many wise men came to the king, but they all answered these questions differently. In reply to the first question, some said the king must prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. The king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pleasures, and always do whatever seemed necessary at that time. Yet others said that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. But then others said that there were some things which could be urgent. These things could not wait for the decision of the council. So, in order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future, and only magicians could do that. The king, therefore, would have to go to the magicians. In their answers to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to the king were his counselors. Others said the priests. A few others chose the doctors. And yet others said that his soldiers were the most necessary. To the third question, some said science. Others chose fighting. And yet others said religious worship is the most important thing to do for him. As the answers to his questions were so different, the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit, who was widely known for his wisdom. Hermit is a person who lives alone and leads a simple life. The hermit lived in a wood which he never left. He saw no one but simple people. And so the king put on ordinary clothes before he reached the hermit's hut. When he reached, he found the hermit in front of his hut. He was digging the ground. He greeted the king and went on with his work. The king told the hermit his purpose. He told him that he had three questions and he wanted the answers from him. The hermit heard the questions but made no reply. He went on digging, and out of compassion, he did it for him. The king saw a bearded man. While digging the ground, the king saw a bearded man. Blood was flowing from his stomach. He was running towards them. He fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing. They saw there was a wound in the stomach. The king washed the wound and covered it with his handkerchief. Yet the blood kept on flowing. Then the king redressed the wound. At last the bleeding stopped. The king and the hermit carried the wounded man into the hut. The king was very tired, so he fell asleep. And when he woke up, he saw that the bearded man was asking for his forgiveness. The king was surprised and asked him, "Who are you?" In his answer, he revealed his identity and said that he was the king's enemy. He had come to kill the king. He wanted to take revenge because the king had put his brother to death and had also seized his property. The king forgave the bearded man. He promised to send his servants and his own doctor to look after him. He also promised to give him back his property. The king was now ready to go back. He went to the hermit. He requested him to answer his 3 questions. And in reply, the hermit said that his questions had already been answered. Now, you people might be thinking that how the king's questions have been answered. The king asked the same question to the hermit. How I have been answered? What do you mean? Then the hermit replied, Do you not see? If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away. Then that man would have attacked you, and you would have wished to have stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds. The hermit is telling to the king. And I was the most important man, and to do me good was your most important business. Afterwards, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when we were caring for him, because if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. That means the answer to the first question was that now is the best time, for nobody knows whether we will have time in future or not. When the king pitied the hermit and dug the ground, he had just put his question. If he had not done so but gone back, his enemy would have killed him. So the present is the best time to do anything. In the same way, the hermit replied to the second question. He said that the people present are the most proper to be listened to. When the king came to the hermit's heart, the hermit was the most important person. The king understood his need. Similarly, when the bearded man came injured, he was the most important person. The most important thing to do good to the person present before you. The hermit was present before the king, and the best thing was to help him. This ultimately saved the king's life. In the same way, when the injured man came, to help him was the most important work. So students, remember, there is only one time that is important, and that is now. It is the most important time because it is the only time we have any power to act. The most necessary person is the person we are with at a particular moment, for no one knows what will happen in the future and whether we will meet anyone else. The most important business is to do that person's good, because we were sent into this world for that purpose alone. That's all.